Today in Gather English, our walk through Mark, we're in verse 7 and 8 in chapter 1, and we're continuing with John's preparation for Jesus. Remember, in the very beginning, he said that he was going to prepare the way, he was going to clear the road, so that when people saw Jesus, they would understand that he was bringing a message from God. So John announced, someone is coming. Let's see here. John announced, someone is coming soon who is greater than I am, so much greater that I'm not worthy to stoop down like a slave and untie the straps of his sandals. I baptize you with water, but he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit. So just to help understand what that means about baptize with water, baptize is from a Greek word that modern translations have kept, but it was baptizo. And that word just basically means to immerse or to place underwater. And so he was baptizing with water, but Jesus will baptize you with the Holy Spirit, basically meaning a life change from the inside out. So something to do with our hearts rather than with just the outward sign of water. But John here uses language of comparison, is greater than I am, so much greater that I'm not worthy to stoop down. So he uses a superlative here, who is greater. So we have great. Make that a little easier to understand, a little easier to see. We have great, greater, and greatest. Great is without comparison. Jesus is great. It's a true statement, and he's not comparing it to either to anybody. Now, to use greater or greatest would be a greater is comparing between options. And that's what John is doing here. Someone is coming soon who is greater than what? Than I am. He's comparing between the two options of John and Jesus. Now, if he had used the word greatest, it would be a comparison of all others. So that would have been true if John had said Jesus is the greatest, but he's comparing him to himself, so they're both true. He just says greater because he's using a comparison between him and Jesus.